Luka, I know it's always a next man up mentality, but how much did you guys miss Derek Lively out there tonight?
A lot. He comes in after the effort, protects the paint, rolls good. So we miss him a lot, yeah.
It seemed like the game was getting away from you guys. You were down 11 about 7 minutes to go in the game. What does that say about your team that you was able to come back and tie it up at one point?
No, we never give up. I think we had 3 great looks. PJ had a catch and shoot. Kai had catch and shoot. I had catch and shoot. Open catch and shoot 3 times. So I think we had a great look that we can go up, but we just didn't make them.
You finished the road trip with a 4-1 record. What are some of your top takeaways as a team from this road trip?
I think it's a great road trip, especially we had to fly to Texas and back to California. So it's a long road trip, longest I've ever been part of. But I think it's a good road trip. 4-1 on a road trip, I think it's great.
What do you think you've learned most about this team in the last couple of weeks during this 11-1 run and this long road trip?
We're a good team.
In what ways are y'all a good team?
In all the ways. I'm serious. Our defense has stepped up big. Our offense is good, so I think we have a great team.
You feel like you guys are a contender, an elite contender?
You always have to believe that. There's always going to be a chance, so you always have to believe that.
Hey Luka, how do you think that your relationship with Kyrie has grown on and off the court over the course of the season?
Oh, great. Amazing guy, amazing person. Just helps not just me, but everybody in the team. He keeps us together. So on and off the court, just amazing guy.
Yeah, Luka, what type of impact did Draymond have on the game tonight, particularly down the stretch?
Good. That block was big. We could have tied the game there, I think. So that block was great for him. He's a defensive guy. He controls their offense. He leads the guys. And I think he had a very big impact today.
You get to see these guys again on Friday, but first you play the Hawks on Thursday. Just talk about that game coming up on Thursday night.
Yeah, we just got to go game by game.
Game by game?
Yeah.
All right.
Just real quick, saw you shooting half-court shots with Steph before the game. Would you like to play him in a game of horrors? And if so, who do you think would win?
Depends which shots.
Any shot. Horrors is any shot you want.
I think it'll be a close one. If he just started shooting threes, I'm not going to beat him. No chance. But, I think it'll be a close game.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Kyrie, it's been a long trip, 5 games, 10 days. Did you feel it out there?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, human, just like the rest of my teammates. So, 10 days on the road. Definitely feeling his last game. We wanted to get this one really bad, but we just didn't do enough on the offensive end and defensive end, and it showed tonight. They made some adjustments from the last game that we played them. Steph was out there playing. Clay was starting. So they made a few changes, and it felt like a kind of a playoff atmosphere tonight as well, the way we were going back and forth, and just some of the chess moves that they were making. And Steph and Clay didn't play particularly well tonight on the offensive end, but a lot of the other guys got going. So I think that was the tail of the game today. The other guys got going, and they made timely shots and got timely stops.
Tough to lose Lively kind of suddenly like that. How do you think you guys will be able to kind of regroup? And I don't know how long you'll have to play without him, but
yeah,
how will that process be?
Just got to do the best we can. Yeah.
What are the challenges that Draymond Green poses a team as a short roller, and then also his defensive versatility?
He's always mucking the game up. That's always been Dre's personality, and that's not just like on the physical end. It's just on the IQ. He has a very, very high IQ. He's been a winner for a large portion of his NBA career. So he garners the respect of a lot of his peers. And when he's going against guys that are a little bit more athletic, uses his brain a little bit more, and then if he's going against smaller guys, he uses physicality. So he knows how to play kind of the in-between game on the defensive end, and then offensively he makes those guys' jobs a lot easier, just putting the ball in the right spot. I think, the difference between someone getting a great pass, between getting a good pass, I think he's mastered giving those guys great passes and mastered hitting them in their shot pockets, so easier shots. Great screener too.
Kyrie, what does that say about you guys? You were down by 11 points with a little bit over 7 minutes to go, but 3 minutes later, the game was tied.
Yeah, I don't ever feel like we're out of any game, especially how powerful we are offensively. We got a lot of great looks in that fourth quarter. Just didn't hit them tonight. So we look forward to playing them again in the next 2 games, and seeing where we match up then.
It seems like their bench got the best of you guys tonight. Is that the way you saw it?
I guess you could use those words. I wouldn't particularly use those words, but if that's the way you want to describe it, then I guess I could agree. They did the little things tonight, so it was a collective effort from them to get this win, and they know they needed to do all the little things in order to beat us, and I think that's the telltale sign that we're becoming an even better team, because you got to really beat us down to the ground until the zeros are on the court, on the clock, and that's the way you should want it as a competitor.
Hi, Kyrie. Before the game, Coach Kidd was talking about the chemistry and trust that you and Luka built all the way back in training camp, and how that kind of set the tone for this team. How do you think your relationship with Luka has evolved throughout the season, both on and off the court?
Man, it's been a while since I got that question. Man, it's been a fun ride so far. It's been a great learning experience since the beginning of the season. We were in Abu Dhabi and Madrid. Got a chance to see where Luka pretty much played a lot of his younger years and where he developed as a professional. And I think those trips are needed for teams that are new and around each other. So we got a chance to spend some time as not just as a duo like me and Luka, but a lot of us spent time together as teammates, and that really helped us get to know one another off the court, tell our stories to one another, have a lot of good laughs, have a few good drinks when some of us were still drinking, and just enjoying the kind of the NBA life as being a brother, being a peer to some of the greatest players in the world. So outstanding of that, it's been fun to see him mature and grow as a basketball player. I knew he was special before I got here, but being up close and seeing it every day, you don't take it for granted. And you see somebody like that comes in the history of the NBA or the history of basketball and is doing some remarkable things. So for me as an older player now, I just don't take those moments for granted when I get to play against play with some of the special players in the world, and Luka's one of them.
Oh, sorry. One last one. What were your overall takeaways from the road trip, considering you guys won some big games in tough situations?
It was a great road trip. I'm trying my best to let my ego, perfectionist side, seep in right here and say, well, I wish, we should have gone 5-0. But we're not seeking perfection. We're seeking incremental progress and being able to be tested in situations like this so we could be prepared for the playoffs. That's how I see it. So this road trip was definitely great. Learned a lot about each other, and I think we made up for some of the other games that we had on the previous road trip where we let our guard down, or we were in the game, going into the fourth quarter, but we were down maybe 8 to 12 points, and we had to make a comeback. So we need games like that to get in better conditioning, number one, and then also be mentally and physically, spiritually prepared, emotionally prepared as well.
Thank you very much.
PJ, do you have any sense that you guys might have, over here, to your left, yeah. Do you have any sense that you guys might have kind of run out of gas at the end of this long road trip?
No, I thought we fought hard. Holding a team like that to 104 in their building is very good. I think obviously there's some things we could work on and learn from this game. I'm happy with the way we came out and fought though for the whole game. So I'm not disappointed or I don't feel like we ran out of gas this game. I just feel like there are some things we could have cleaned up and we could have definitely won this game.
PJ, what did you guys miss by not having Lively out there tonight?
Just his presence. I mean, him being down there and just seeing him down there. A lot of guys don't even want to go up with shots. So I think Live has been great for us. As long as I've been here, I've seen him take strides and even being better at rebounding, blocking shots, and running the floor. So, and even making decisions in the pick and roll. So I mean, I think he was missed, but it's next man up mentality, and we just got to come in and play.
How would you sum up this road trip? Because it was a long trip, but 4-1.
No, it was great. I mean, I think we're all excited with the results. We played in some tough places to win, and we went 4-1, so that's exciting. And honestly, I'm just ready to get back to Dallas. So.
You got some good looks toward the end of the game there in the fourth quarter. You've been here a couple months. Just what's it like being out there with Luka and Kyrie on the court in late game situations, and how does that open up your game?
It's great. I mean, they draw so much attention, and you can't leave those guys on the island by themselves. So it brings up open shots for everybody else, and everybody else has got to be ready and step up and make them.
What kind of PJ over here? What kind of impact did Draymond have on the game tonight? Particularly, he got those 2 goal-tending calls there down the stretch.
I think Draymond's a great player for them. Obviously, he's like the quarterback for them. He pretty much runs the offense, and he had assists, rebounds, and he did his part on the defensive end getting 4 steals. So I just think we got to be better and clean it up. And then I think the fourth quarter, just down the stretch, we got to be better as well. Thank you, guys.
Jason, I thought when you guys got down by 13 in the second quarter, you might be running out of gas, but then you guys, it was like a 23-2 run. Where do you think you guys summoned that from?
Yeah, I think it's in the past that could have easily been a bigger lead at halftime, where it could have been 20 down at half, but it's tied. And we just felt we didn't play well. We had some great looks on the offensive end, but I think it's just the character of the group. When you look at this road trip, we've been down, we haven't played well, we've stayed together, and we've understand that there's 2 halves to the game. And again, we get off to a good start in the third. They make a run, but again, that fourth quarter, our defense kept us in the game. We got some great looks. When you look at Luka and Kai and PJ, we had some great looks that just didn't go down, and that just happens sometimes. But the road trip, you were on it, is long, but we're not going to use that as an excuse. We truly believe we put ourselves in a position to win tonight's game, but we came up short.
How much did you guys miss Lively tonight? I noticed you didn't get a lot out of your backup center position.
Yeah, anytime. We miss Josh, too. I mean, we miss D-Live and Josh. But you shoot up the guys that can play, and DP gave us 8 good minutes out there. Looking at Maxey and Gaff, we just couldn't take advantage of when they were small to get the offensive rebounds. And that's something in the past that we've done. But give them credit. They played hard. They found a way to win. There's a lot of good things that we can take from this game. Being able to execute late, being able to execute late game plays offensively and defensively. I thought Maxey had a heck of a block there, after the trap, and then we get an opportunity to score. So there's a lot of good things. We're sitting in a good seat. Now we got to prepare for Atlanta.
Hey, Coach, kind of building off what you just said, you weren't able to finish the job tonight, but how confident are you in this group in finishing games, particularly with Luka and Kyrie out there?
Yeah, we got, our 2 leaders got great looks. If not, they were making plays for other guys. And PJ makes a big 3 there at the top of the floor. Just the trust that they have with one another on both ends, offensively and defensively. So there's a lot of, positive things. There's a lot of trust, and chemistry is at a highlight right now. So I truly believe in this group. We're going to learn from this and get better.
Jason, welcome home, first of all.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Given the play-in and the cluster of teams that are 7, 8, 9, 10, what's the mindset, let's say, that you try to instill in your players coming down the stretch? Because one win here or there can dramatically affect what your playoff situation is going to be.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. It's taking one game at a time. We can only play what's in front of us, and tonight was the Warriors, and on the road. We put ourselves in a position to win. They made plays. We came up short, and it's just something that we can learn from. But again, our defense is at a very high level. We've been talking about that of late. If we're not making shots, we got to be able to get stops. And tonight we did that. We just couldn't capitalize on the other end. But it's just taking one game at a time and learning from wins and losses, and then going forward with the next game, and that's Atlanta. That's the only one that we're focused on. We can't scoreboard watch. We can only take care of what's in front of us, and we control where we'll be seated at the end of 7 more games.
What challenges did you see facing Draymond Green in short rolls, especially in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, that's something that he has perfected, being able to make out of the short roll. And so being able to try to, he found a way to score and find guys. And so whenever you put 2 on the ball with Steph, when Draymond's involved in that pick and roll, we just have to be a little bit better. We play those guys here shortly at the end of this week. And so we can see what we can do better to make it tougher on him. But he's seen every defense. Steph has seen every defense. And so we just got to try to keep those guys off balance.